Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I'm your melanated queen and your hostess, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder. I hope you all are doing well on this Sonntag, this Sunday afternoon or night, aka Nacht auf Deutsch. Okay, that's how you say night in German. We're going to get into it today, but first we're going to give a word of thanks, you all. So we're going to get started with that. We're also going to be examining what happened with the Amazon workers that succumbed to the injury uh, for the tornado. And then we're also going to be discussing one other topic, you all. I have it all lined up for you, so no worries here nor there. And let's all be grateful and thankful, you all. So I'm just going to try to get my life together real quickly. I hope everyone has been doing great. All right. Giving thanks this Sunday, Amazon tragedy and holiday madness. Yes, you all, we're in the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Okay. Anyway, y'all, if you're not aware, today is December 19th. And what that means is that we are entering into the winter solstice. Technically, winter does not start until December 21st. If you're not aware, most seasons start on the 21st of the month. So June 21st is the first day of summer, you all, if you're not aware of that. And so today's the 19th. So in approximately 2 days or a day and a half, we will be entering into the winter season. Even though technically winter is kind of here for some and not here for others, I know where I am located physically, we've had temperatures. Yesterday it was 76 degrees, you all. It was literally almost 80 degrees yesterday in December. Okay. Now I want to get into giving thanks. So if you will all bow your heads and join hands, we're going to get into it, okay? We're going to get into giving thanks. Let me stop playing. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Okay, here we go. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. I want you to bow your hands. Bow your heads and join hands. Okay, we're going to join forces in giving thanks, you all. We're gathered here today to give thanks. Why? We're giving thanks, you all, in the presence of our Creator. We're giving thanks, you all, for the activity of our limbs, the functioning and activity of our lungs, that we are in sound judgment. We have the right of discernment. We have the ability to move all of our faculties. We have the ability to basically use our discernment. We are able, you all, to use our brains and think for ourselves. We also want to give a special thanks that we all have shelter, food, and the necessities of life that so many others take for granted. We want to thank you all in this time that we have the functioning of our organs, you all, the beating of our hearts, the fact that we still have our reflexes. There are so many things to be thankful for, that we all have natural resources. We want to give thanks, you all, for those friends and family that truly care about us. They may be far away, they may be close to us, but yet, whether near or far, we know that spiritually they are with us, in spirit. We also want to give thanks, you all. This is what I'm going to say. Y'all going to think this sounds funny, but we're going to give thanks for our haters, y'all. Because when you got haters, you know you're doing something right. Okay. When you know you got haters, you know they're envious and jealous, and you know you have something to be jealous of and envious of. Okay. We want to give thanks that we have not turned out like our haters. We want to give thanks that we don't have the anger and madness in our hearts and in our spirits like the haters have towards us. We want to give thanks that we're so talented, so gifted, so beautiful, so spiritually aligned that we actually have fan bases called haters, you all. And not only that, that our haters stand in line and they are going to one day ask us for our autographs. And guess what? Our autographs and our signatures are going to be worth so much that the haters can't afford it. We want to give thanks. Can I get an amen, you all? We having church here tonight. Oh my goodness, y'all. Don't mind me. What's good, 8 with the 24? He looking at me like I'm crazy. What's good? Yeah, we got to always talk about it because no matter where you go in life, no matter the walk or the journey that you're into, you're going to have haters, especially if you're especially astute person on this earth. If you're multifaceted, multi-talented, beautiful inwardly, beautiful outwardly, you're going to have haters, y'all. Let the church say amen. That's right, y'all. We're going to pass the collection plate around. You all, if you would like to donate, it is BGAB clothing, okay? Hashtag no days off, all day, every day. And I want to give a special shout out to 8 with the 24. Look, don't mind me. So, but seriously, y'all, we just want to give thanks because so many people did not make it into this week, let alone today, let alone some people didn't even make it into this minute nor this second. And this is why I have it scrolling at the bottom of the screen. The fact that the Amazon workers had a tragic situation last week. And I found out about this by one of the beautiful ladies that I visited at the print shop. Shout out to her, Priority Printing. She has several printing shops, melanated business. Please support this lady. Her name is Shani O'Neill. Okay, Shani O'Neill, just like the one that married what's his name, the basketball player, but it's not her. Like Cole can have change for $1. You a mess. Look, we're not going that far. Okay. But yeah, so anyway, Shani O'Neill has a priority print. Yes, Shaquille O'Neal. That's what it is. Thank you. So anyway, Shani O'Neill, she has a print shop not too far away from here, out in Charlotte. And she also has, I think, several locations in Baltimore. So look her up. It's called Priority Printing. You all, if you are not aware, a lot of people get their services rendered through Vistaprint, okay, because I've utilized Vistaprint for a lot of my things that I get printed for, such as business cards, flyers, even though I actually create them all. I design all of the stuff that you see me doing, but to have them printed, I was going through Vistaprint. But she has the same kind of quality as Vistaprint, okay, and is nothing like supporting melanated business. You all can go and pick your stuff up in person. You can, see them. You can touch and feel all the quality that they have to offer. So I'm very excited to announce that. You said Lakers fan came in handy for once. Okay. Yeah, that was back in the like 80s and 90s when Shaquille, man, because he's tall as I don't know what. And Shani, she looks so short compared to him. But anyway, you all, let's get on because I wanted to talk about this Amazon tragedy, you all. It is very unfortunate. And so back to the story of Priority Printing, I was over there speaking to her, and she was the one that made me aware and abreast that the workers actually succumbed to their injuries that week. And I was actually out there doing a vending event, and we had torrential winds, you all. Like the winds were blowing over the canopy. So if you ever had a chance to check out my Instagram page, you saw that I posted some of that. Like they were holding on to those tents for dear life. Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, you still a baby. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, so yeah, let's get into it because I pulled up a few clips about this situation. Sadness and anger for the Amazon workers, you all. This is why we're giving thanks because a lot of people did not make it, okay? And I think this was just last week. So let me get on here and I'm going to share my screen, you all. Okay, sharing is caring. share, and we'll make sure we don't have an echo. All right. Let's see here. Kentucky factory worker. All right, here we go, y'all. So this is not actually the clip that I wanted to show, but it's going to be one of the clips because it ties into what took place. So hopefully you can see my screen right here because it talks about exactly what took place in this tragic situation on December 13th, 2021, which was exactly 6 days ago.
Factory in Mayfield that had more than 100 people in it. You heard from one of those survivors, one of those factory workers earlier in the show. Well, now NBC News is learning that employees, some of them, say supervisors threatened to fire them if they left their shifts early because of the tornado warnings. Now, the company, we should note, is totally denying those allegations. They say it is absolutely untrue that the employees would not be able to leave. Dion Hampton broke that story for NBCnews.com. Dion is joining us now. Dion, I understand you pop back to your hotel room. You're going to get back out in the field later on tonight. Tell me a little bit about how employees walked you through what happened on Friday as the storm was coming in. What did they tell you? How did they try to stay safe?
Sure. So I just broke a national exclusive less than an hour ago. This story stems out of me going up to one of the shelters that was housing a lot of the people who have lost all their worldly possessions, who didn't have any power and electricity. No, the city doesn't have any power and electricity. And I talked to a guy there while I was interviewing him. He told me that he was an employee of the candy factory.
Now, I am pausing it because for some reason it says exit out of full screen and it's not showing the photos. What is up with this? Okay, now it looked like it's showing it. Okay.
And while he was there, before the tornado came, a lot of people there had wished that they would have been able to leave and go home to take shelter there with their loved ones or somewhere else that was safe, but they weren't allowed to because if they did, they risked losing their jobs. So I followed up and I've spoken to 5 people who all give me the same story.
And the story is what? That when those sirens hit, they tried to leave and they were told you might be fired if you do? That's what they're sort of saying, these employees?
Correct. Initially, the company wanted, as the first sirens went off, I'm going to say around between 5:30, 6 o'clock, and they wanted everybody to maybe take shelter in the bathrooms and the hallways. But then there was a 3-hour window between then and when the second siren had came. And that's when a lot of the employees there had asked to go home. So we're talking to 15 employees. That's on the low end, possibly up to 40, but I'll just call it 15 for now. But who had asked, listen, it's getting dangerous outside. We're worried for our lives. Can we go home? And they said, well, yes, but if you do, don't bother coming back.
Wow. Now, I have to say, and we said it right at the top, Dion, company's saying, the company's saying this did not happen, right?
Correct. So I spoke to the company spokesman earlier today, and he said that ever since COVID started, that they have a policy where you actually are allowed to leave at any point during your work shift. You can leave and decide to come back the next day. So that means if you want to stay there for 45 minutes, okay. If you want to stay there for 2 hours, okay. If you want to stay there for the whole shift, okay. So they're denying the allegations, but the employees are sticking by their story.
And some of them I know are still in the hospital.
Yeah, I mean, one of the women who I spoke to was literally 2 o'clock this morning, and she was talking to me from her hospital bed.
Wow.
She sustained a lot of burns. She was trapped under a concrete wall for 6 hours, and we started talking on the phone, and this is how much of an important issue this was to her, but she didn't even bother going to sleep because she was saying, listen, Dion, this is what the work conditions were like when we were inside the candle factory.
Dion Hampton, you said it. It's a national exclusive that you broke. It is some important reporting, and we're really glad to have you stand on top of that. I'll let you get back out in the field. Thank you for your hard work. I appreciate it, Dion.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's
Hold
top
up.
stories and breaking news by
Sorry,
downloading the NBC
get out
News
of
app.
This is crazy. So basically, as you can see, they basically don't care about the people. I mean, that's what it is. Oh, and 8 with the 24. You said you look like a baby, but you have an 18-year-old. So basically, you just started early, okay? They sound like Walmart. I hope Walmart is not treating people like this because that's greedy. And you said, I bet they did. I don't believe Amazon. This one was actually, they said this one was actually a candle place, a candle factory, you all. That's what they're saying this was, a candle factory. But regardless, I don't care what factory it is. If it was, and y'all, I love Yankee Candles. So I hope it wasn't Yankee Candles. And I love Bath. What is it? Bath and Body Works candles. So I hope it wasn't them either. But I don't care who it was, because there is no excuse for having your workers to stay in these dire straits when you know that there is a basically a situation going on like this is life threatening, and you tell them whether or not they leave. If they do leave, don't bother coming back. Like, this is the stuff that I'm talking about, the greed that's going on. That's why I titled this the way that I did. It says Amazon Tragedy and Holiday Madness. There are no amount of candles in the world that you can produce that is worth someone's lives. And now, because they were so set on keeping the workers there, they don't even have the workers there anymore because they basically died, okay, from this tornado. Now, we're going to actually examine a Amazon article here, and it's going to tell you about what happened with Amazon. Wait a minute. Walmart did what? Walmart fired you for a what? Are you serious? So see, you see this? Companies are so freaking sick and twisted. This doesn't make no sense. And really, that really, to me, that sounds like a lawsuit all day, every day. Like, when you're firing people for health conditions, you all, because regardless of how people think about it, if you have to get any type of testing, any type of diagnostic work, and you're ready to be fired, that is a form of discrimination. Okay. And I know this firsthand because I dealt with a situation where I was not supposed to be let go under the Federal Medical Leave Act, okay? And I was let go under the Federal Medical Leave Act. And then they wanted to come back and say, I cannot discuss it. I cannot talk about it. They wanted me to sign these disclosures talking about I won't disclose what they did. And then even though they said they did nothing wrong, they still had to pay me for it. So basically, you're admitting guilt, but you're saying that you're not guilty. So you're double talking. So all these companies do the same mess. You said Walmart has a history of it too. Fired a coworker who had, wow. Oh my gosh. She had stage 4 cancer. She died the next week. Y'all, this is sickening, y'all. This is why I'm talking about it, because I want people to really, truly understand what's important out here. I might joke around sometimes, but I'm really serious when I tell you to focus on yourself. I talk about this a lot in my videos, and I even encourage you all that if you are working for a company, take FMLA, because what I mean by that is people think that people are taking advantage when they take FMLA. No, that time is delegated to you for a reason. So if you have family emergencies, or if you have personal medical emergencies, if you have mental situations to take care of, people like to take this stuff lightly. They want to make it seem like, oh, if you're not physically dealing with something, if we don't see you physically hurting, then it's not important. But your mental health is just as important as your physical health, because your mental health actually affects your physical health. You can be to a point where you can't eat, can't sleep, can't gain weight, or you're losing weight. You can be underweight, you can be overweight, you can suffer through a lot because of mental and emotional illnesses and sicknesses. And people take that as, they take it lightly. They don't take it as seriously and as important as they should. And then they expect you to act as if you are a robot and a machine, and to basically delegate certain results and to produce results, but they don't care about you as a human being. And this is a clear indication of what we're talking about. These people were told that they would get fired, okay, if they left this plantation, because that's what it is. It's a plantation being dictated to them by tyranny, and then they have lost their lives. That's exactly what happened. You think Walmart has something shady going on with the FMLA you were supposed to be suing, but oh wow. Yeah, so like I said, do what you have to do for yourself. Okay, put yourself first over any company. I don't care. FMLA is there for you. They are not supposed to fire you because you take FMLA, and they're not supposed to retaliate against you because of FMLA. And I have plenty stories I could share with you about that plenty of melanated people know that we go through a lot just because we're melanated. And then on top of it, I know a lot of melanated females that go through a lot, and they are some of the top producing, top performers on jobs in the corporate arena, and they are underpaid, they're underappreciated and undervalued. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen and we're going to read this article, and this one is speaking about Amazon, you all. Sickness, y'all. These people are sick. Okay, select the tab to preview. I'm talking to myself. Okay, here it is right here. We're going to go ahead and scroll through this together. All right, and hopefully you can see this. It looks like it's taking up the whole screen, y'all. Yes, like a sweatshop, 8 with the 24, exactly. All right, so right here you can see it says December 17th, which was 2 days ago, which was when this was posted or written. All right, sadness, anger for Amazon workers who died during the tornado. Okay. I don't know if you all remember this, but I think it was just last week when those tornadic winds came around. And those winds were nothing to take lightly, you all, because like I said, it was pushing the people's canopies over. Edwardsville, Illinois, December 17th, Reuters. Families and friends of 6 workers who died after a tornado tore into an Amazon warehouse expressed sadness and anger as they said final farewells to the victim in a series of vigils Friday. On December 10th, a barrage of tornadoes ripped through 6 U.S. states, leaving a trail of death and destruction at homes and business stretching for more than 200 miles. The 6 workers in Amazon delivery station were among those who died. The site received tornado warnings between 8:06 p.m. and 8:16 p.m. before the tornado struck the building at 8:27 p.m., according to Amazon. Amazon managers had directed workers to shelter in bathrooms after receiving emergency alerts on mobile phones from authorities, several employees previously told Reuters. At least one worker died while sheltering in the bathroom, his coworker said. This is sick. Paige Marquise, friend and former roommate of Clayton Lynn Cope, one of the workers who perished, said they all want to blame the building. But what about the response inside? They shouldn't have had to keep working when they knew the storm was coming. One Amazon employee who asked not to be identified said lots of workers are confused and angry. She told Reuters that all the dead were contractors and not Amazon employees. It doesn't matter if they were contractors or not. They were still working on behalf of Amazon. Okay, so they were doing a service and a job for Amazon. So therefore, they technically were still working for Amazon. And they're still people, regardless of who they are working for. Amazon previously said employees had been directed to shelter in place at a designated assembly area at the front of the building, which was near a restroom. A dogwood tree was planted outside a municipal building in remembrance of the victims. We're a tight-knit community, Edwardsville Mayor Art Risavi said Friday. It will take time to heal. The National Weather Service said the tornado hit the area between 8:28 and 8:32 p.m. Central Time, intensifying rapidly as it struck the Amazon warehouse. This is sad news, you all. So what I want to say, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. What I would like to say is that basically everybody is running out here in madness, you all, because it is close to Christmas time. And we all know this is a man-made holiday orchestrated by you know who. And with that being said, the real interesting thing is that people value objects over lives. Okay, because this is why you had these people in these warehouses trying to make candles and do all these deliveries and whatever else they're doing in these warehouses, because we know that this is a high demand volume time frame during Christmas time and the holidays. But that is no reason that people should be made to risk their lives just so they can deliver products for you all to consume, because these things are perishable things. And you can produce candles, you can reproduce almost anything, but you can't get these people back, okay? And I know people believe in cloning people, but they're actual living soul. You cannot replicate that. Let me see here what you're talking about, 824. You said, yes, I was like, what the F? 6 degrees. Yeah, 60 degrees in December and windy. I started changing stuff up. The wind has been known to knock out power over here. Yes. Yes. And like it was 75 degrees here yesterday. So yes, they are still people. It is a pagan holiday. And so that's what I want to talk about, because I was talking to my mother on the phone the other day, and she doesn't even want to go out there on the road, and neither do I, because people start driving like they're crazy around this time of year. Like if you notice, right after Thanksgiving, it happens every single year. And I don't care where you are, especially where I used to live. These people will run you over because they act like the world is coming to an end, because I guess they're in a rush to get to the store so they can shop and buy stuff, which is crazy to me because you're doing the same thing every single year. It's like a simulation. Don't you get tired of being on the hamster wheel? At what point do you say, okay, I am done with this, I'm tired of it? Like, and then you got people out here breaking their necks to buy toys and clothes and all these electronics and whatever else they can find to spend their money on so they can give it out as gifts to their children, and then they're broke. You are breaking the bank in the name of Christmas. Do you even understand why you're celebrating? And I spoke to my granny today, bless her heart, and she was like, yeah, because that's the day for the Lord, that if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. I said, Granny, you know what? I said, that is a man-made holiday. And I speak to her just like this, even though she is in her 80s. I just tell her the truth. I told her the truth about COVID in the injection. I told her not to get it. I told her why. All you can do is share the information, but it is so sad to see how indoctrinated they have basically done to everybody. They've indoctrinated so many people that it's hard to even get through to them. But I told her like this. I said, people don't even understand. That's not even the real day that they quote unquote said that the Lord was born. Okay, if you believe in that whole theory and concept. And then secondly, this is a man-made holiday. You don't even understand why you're celebrating that day. And it's not about the birth of Jesus. Okay, it's just not. And so people got to really get over these antics and these lies that we've been fed over the years. And I would tell anyone, I don't understand why people are lying to children about the Easter Bunny, about the Tooth Fairy, about Santa Claus, about all these things. It's trickery, you all. And we've been tricked enough in school. And so this is why I don't believe in playing games and tricking the minds and the brains of the children. I don't understand what the tricks are for. Tricks are for kids. Silly rabbit. Let me stop. You said you pulled out your juice pack for your devices. I know that's right. If they die, they'll never see it. Santa is Satan. And you know what? I got to say this, because people are still posting pictures of their children sitting on this. Now think about it. This man dressed in a red suit. Okay. When you see red, what do you normally think of, you all? Now, I do have red on today. I'm not even going to lie. I do. I got cherry red, y'all. But this is one of my colors that I like to wear, the deep, dark cherry red. This is one of my new colors. I want to get some more red. But you got a man dressed in a red, fiery suit, okay? And then you're going to go and put your children on his lap, this stranger that you know nothing about. Now, you tell me, what sense does that make? And you're supposed to whisper in his ear and tell him what you want. The stranger in the red suit. Now, if there was a strange man dressed in all red and he told your children to come sit on his lap, most parents would say, don't you talk to strangers. But because it's Christmas time, you're going to willfully put your children on Santa's lap. I'll wait. Saturnalia, the real purge, Saturn worship. And you said Pastor Jennings got people mad because he said Christmas and Easter are not of God. Well, people got to get over it, okay? And this is the thing. People don't want to hear the truth. They rather believe a beautiful lie instead of hearing the ugly truth. This is why people want to be lied to, and they're in blissful ignorance. And this is silly because there are a lot of places that don't celebrate this nonsense, okay? But there are a lot of places that do. And because we've all been fed the lie, it's so hard to undo the lies that have been fed. So y'all, we're stuck in holiday madness, okay? People are asking me, oh, you ready for the holidays? I'm like, for what? It's the same thing every year. I'm about as ready as I'm going to be. You know what? People are talking about, oh, this is the time that people should be in a good, happy, jolly mood. You should be happy and jolly every single day, that you have a good day to get out of the bed and make it into this world and breathe life, back and forth into your lungs, and that you have another day to survive and to, live your dreams. So it's not just about, and then again, why are we celebrating holidays at the coldest time of the year? It makes no sense. This is the time when everything is basically deserted looking. Okay. When the springtime comes, that's when you really should be celebrating life. Because now I want to take into account for an instance. Do you understand that the zodiac starts in Aries? Okay. And I never did understand this. It's backwards. So the beginning of the year, it starts in, I want to say, Capricorn, January 1st, right? Those are the Capricorns. But technically, the zodiac starts in Aries. So it makes no sense. So somebody told me a while ago that technically we're supposed to be celebrating the beginning of the year in spring, in March, when things are starting to bloom, when trees are starting to bear fruit. But we're doing it based upon this system that we've been fed, okay, which never made any sense to me. And then it's like, everybody wants to migrate and come together at the coldest times, at the coldest months of the year. Everybody is out there shivering, trying to stay warm, getting in the cars, traveling abroad in the cold. It does not make sense, you all. And melanated people, especially, we don't like cold weather, okay? Most of us don't like to be cold. Everybody knows this. A lot of us can't swim. Make no mistake, we don't like getting our hair wet. You see why. This is the result of me washing my hair, you all, and letting it air dry. This is why. But anyway, 8 with the 24, you said right. They don't even read their own Bible. The Bible doesn't say anything about when Jesus was born. It doesn't. And this is just the day that they made up, December 25th. We don't know why they picked that day. There could be some type of connotation with the 2 and the 5, which is 7. We don't know what that is. It looks good. Well, thank you. Yes, we are 10 years ahead too. Next year is 2012, not 2020. This is very interesting. I did not know that. You're teaching me something because I had no idea. What's good, Black Revolutionary? Peace and love to you, Melanated Queen. Love and light. I love your natural crown. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, King. Yes, but yeah, so with all that being said, we're basically coming out here and we're freezing in the wintertime. We're trying to get together with the family. Why do we have to have these man-made holidays to delegate when we can visit and see our family? We can visit and see our family when we feel like it. And we as melanated people should definitely, being indigenous to this land, we should make up our own holidays. We don't need to live by somebody, the colonizers' holidays, and they tell us when we can take days off. When you do sign up, for your employment, and when you first start working and you fill out your paperwork, they want to give you these religious holidays that you can actually acknowledge, and you're supposed to let them know in advance so they know when you can take these days off and all this nonsense. That's why I said utilize your FMLA, because that's what it's there for. It is none of their business what you're doing on your time off. You know what I'm saying? And use that time to do what you want. Y'all take a vacation. I'm telling you, Brown Girls Are Beautiful is telling y'all to take FMLA because you earned it, okay? It's bad enough, okay, that we are paying out in taxes, okay? And the IRS has yet to explain why I filed my taxes back in May and they still are holding my check, okay? Because every time I check, it's still processing. So this is why you need to put exempt, you all, on your taxes. Since they can hold your check the whole entire year, then you don't need to pay them up front, because next year is not promised to anybody. Tomorrow is not promised to anybody. So if they did decide to release the check and you're no longer here, then where is the money going? And then they tell us by the time we reach Social Security age, there is going to be no Social Security left for us. So why are we paying FICA? Why are we paying Social Security and disability when you can't even get disability, even if you should be getting it, because they try to make it impossible for you to receive it? And this is what's taken out of your tax money. And y'all want to sit up here and be protesting about stupid stuff. This is the stuff we need to be really talking about and protesting about, because I know for a fact I've gotten thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars taken out my check And I don't know where it went for taxes, y'all. No lie. Like they were taking, I mean, the more you make, the more they take. That is very true. It's ridiculous. You said it is Saturnalia Christmas. I've never heard of that. I would need to look into that, but you're very astute with your knowledge, and I appreciate that. 8 with the 24. Yes, please send me the video. I've heard about the Gregorian calendar, and it's all backwards. It's nonsense. And like I said, Aries is when the zodiac starts. So really, that's really supposed to be the start of our year, y'all, not January. And everything that they do is to keep us out of balance and out of sync, if you really think about it. You said your grandma hasn't gotten hers yet. She did all of the taxes. You got yours and she didn't. And you know what? Shout out to your grandmother for being so sharp at her age of being able to do taxes. Because my grandmother, neither one of them are able to do taxes. I can tell you that. But it's really sickening. And then they're going to ask me, oh, and so what's your situation? What do you really care about my situation? Because if you cared about my situation, you would release my tax money. So you all, we're going to do another sermon, okay? We're going to bow our heads and we're going to do prayer, okay, that I receive taxes. I want to receive my tax money. So let's bow our heads and join hands, you all. Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today once more in front of the creators, the ancestors, okay, in front of this pulpit of Brown Girls Are Beautiful, CEO and founder, you all. We ask, okay, that the spirits and the ancestors please work your magic in my due diligence and in my best behalf and my favor to make the IRS release this tax money to yours truly immediately and work abundantly, universe, in my favor, because I have worked for so many years, you all. I've been working since I was 15, you all, and I should be at retirement age, and they are still taking my tax money and not releasing what is justly due to me, you all. And I ask you all that the IRS releases everyone's tax money to them that is justly owed to them. For now, I ask you in great abundance to release all the money to the universe to all the people who have worked so hard and abundantly for their money. Release this tax money. We ask you, we come and bow you, we command in the name of the universe to release these taxes to all of us right now, because they owe me thousands. You know what I'm saying? And we should not be sitting here dealing with this nonsense. You laughing at me, but I'm serious. Your mother works for the government. They kill her check just because they do. Yes, it's crazy. They gave us a stimulus just to give it back, spending money. And what? And since we talking about stimulus money, y'all, let's get into that, okay? Because I want to know, what is $1,200? Literally, like, that's gone. Like, do you understand when you got real big expenses, like you got grown-up bills? $1,200 is, what is that? That may be able to pay some people's rent. It might not, because rent is like out of control right now. They are taking advantage of the housing market. You all know I'm also a licensed realtor, but what they're doing is they're taking advantage of the housing situation. A lot of people, were not able to continue their mortgage payments because of the COVID situation, the COVID situation, excuse me. And so, because they put them out of jobs, and I talked about this on my channel before, I really believe this was all orchestrated to try to bankrupt the economy intentionally. When they said the small businesses such as the hairstylists and the barbershops could not work and could not do their jobs, do you understand the magnitude of what that did to them? They were losing business because this is how they basically pay their bills. They work dealing with clients up close and personal. So if you take them out of their jobs for 6 weeks, how are they supposed to be able to continue working? Okay. And so I just did not agree with that. There were a lot of businesses that had to close their doors. I read a lot of articles about how a lot of businesses that were small restaurants, like business owners, they had to shut their doors down after being in business for themselves for like 20 and 25 years. So make no mistake, this was all orchestrated for a reason. And I wholeheartedly, my heart goes out to those people that had to endure shutting down their businesses. They want you to be dependent on the government, okay? They want you to be dependent on the government for your means of financial gain and your income. And not only that, they want you to be dependent on them for every facet of your life, including, but not only including your food source. This is why when farmers were trying to plant their own crops, they were getting in trouble for reseeding their own crops. You can check that out. It might still be on Netflix. I used to watch a lot of documentaries, and they would fly overhead in like helicopters and try to basically challenge the farmers for reseeding their own crops, which is crazy. And I also saw that they didn't even want people planting gardens in their own yards. They didn't want them collecting rainwater. This is how sick and twisted these people are, y'all. Thank you, okay, for the hands up so that we can get our tax money, y'all. Canada was getting money every month. The Canadians, one thing I noticed about the Canadians, Canadian people are friendly people, and they're always in good moods. Like, their government takes care of them, especially with the health side of things. They have really good like health insurance, and I think they don't have to go through a lot of the stuff that we go through, because as a healthy individual, if you're only trying to get health insurance on yourself, you're going to pay at least $300 to $400, and that's with no prior health problems. And this is just what it is. And my friend and I were talking about this too. Like, if you work for a company and they start taking health insurance out of your check, you're going to pay about $400 a month. And you don't really realize that, because the way that they do it, they are so slick about how they, do these deductions. But basically, technically, he was saying he was paying over like upwards, probably like $400 a month out of his check. And he doesn't even go to the doctor, because he doesn't really have issues like that. Let's see. Kanye West talked about PPP loan years before it happened. It's crazy. Rest in peace to make favorite pizza restaurant, Real Italian Pizza. Man, I'm telling you, they definitely are, except my ex-wife. She's a narcissist. Hold on. They definitely are, except my ex-wife. I forgot what this message is in relation to, but don't get me started on narcissists. Okay. Shout out to Soul Energy. She's very on point with that whole situation. I'm going to tell you like this: Pisces, males. Oh my God. That's all I'm going to say. I've had my experience. Free college and healthcare in Canada. Oh, wow. They get to go to college for free. Okay, Canadian. Yeah, Canadian people are normally like in high spirits, because I've been around Canadians. And they really seem to like just be real peaceful. So you all might want to check out going to Canada. Get your passports, try to travel. Hopefully they don't try to give you the injection to cross the border. Because in some places that you have to go, I know my friend went to Cancun back in like October, and they required her to get that injection. Unfortunately, she went along with it. I just wouldn't have been going on the trip, because you're not going to talk me into getting that dosage. So yes, you all, giving thanks this Sunday, the Amazon tragedy. She's the only one who is mean. She's just evil. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't know why she's evil, but a lot of times narcissists are evil, y'all. They are evil. I don't want to go to Canada. Why I don't want to come to Canada? Canada seems like it would be nice. Why not? I'm curious on this one, y'all. I think I would like to visit Canada. Yeah, I've never been, but I would love to visit Canada. So anyway, yes. Shout out to all the Amazon workers, you all. Shout out to all the people that lost their lives. We want to send condolences to the family members, the loved ones, the co-workers, the friends of all these people. I know when people go back to work, they're probably going to be thinking about what happened to their co-workers, unfortunately. You said we are good now. Cop parents. Cop parents. Oh, okay. Oh, you co-parent. Okay, well, that's good. the place keeping people on a lockdown. You know, and I did hear something about that. That is very unfortunate because I think every country is doing their own thing. I saw something you all last year talking about. Ooh, I forgot the name of it, you all. But they were saying if they even suspect someone has the C word and they feel that they have the C word, that they can actually put those people in quarantine by force. I'm not making this up. I wish I could go back and find this article because I was doing a lot of research on it last year. Nah, Canada is coming like Nazi Germany with all the restrictions and laws. I can believe it, but I'm sad to hear that. Goodness. Well, I'm glad y'all are being able to co-parent. That is something that more people should be able to do. And it is very unfortunate because people have these narcissistic traits and tendencies that they're not able to do that. You all, I don't want to, mock or knock a whole group of people because of their zodiac sign, but I must say that in my experience, Pisces males, they do have issues. I don't think I would want to deal with them. And the Gemini men are also very, very similar to Pisces, you all. I have a nephew. Okay. Now we thought, I really didn't know what he was going to be. My sister was hoping that he would become an Aquarius, but he came late. So he became a Pisces, you all, March the 7th. And I already knew that he was going to be how he's going to be. Blue fish, red fish, you all. And my mother was saying the other day, she said, oh, sometimes he deals with me and sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he knows grandma and sometimes he doesn't. I said, Mama, you got to understand. He's a Pisces. That's how they are. They're like Geminis. One day you get one thing, the next thing you're going to get another. And she was like, I can't deal with it. I said, well, that's just how he's going to be that way. So I know people say you can't always predict people by their zodiac signs, but some of that stuff is very accurate and very true. Canada is only a little over an hour away from Detroit. I did not know it was so close. Canada is not the place to come because we can't exercise our Second Amendment like the United Snakes of America. Wow. Wow. Now, let's examine this Second Amendment, you all. Hold on one second, because this is crazy how they are basically taking away our constitutional rights that we think we have. And this is what this whole pandemic, this quote unquote pandemic is about anyway. We all know this. So the Second Amendment, Constitution of the United States of America, 1789, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon. Oh, don't get me started on this, y'all. Do not get me started on this. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see. This is a quick Google search, but here it is. This is the nonsense. And so this was, I could see this coming a mile away. This is the nonsense that they wanted to orchestrate, you all. This is why there's a shortage of bullets. Okay. They took the bullets out of Walmart. If you try to go and get the 9mm bullets, they're very hard to come by. This is why they say make sure you stockpile on ammunition. They want to make it so that you don't have a way to defend yourself. Okay, so I'm going to read this again. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. What is it if they're telling you that you cannot bear arms? They don't want you to be able to defend yourself, you all. That's why, like I said, they're taking the bullets out of a lot of stores. They're very hard to come by. There's not a shortage on bullets because anytime the military wants to go to war, they have a way to have weapons. Okay. So if the military has a way to have weapons, why is it that the people can't have weapons? And why is the people can't have ammunition and artillery? I'm going to tell you now, stock up on this stuff as much as you can, y'all, because I already see what's going on. They can't play these tricks on me because I already know. And I'm going to tell you again, get your bulletproof vests, get your gas masks, because, they might try to shoot tear gas at people and stuff. I don't trust these people. These are the type of things we gotta act like we're going to combat out here, because that's what this is. This is actually what you call, it's like a psychological, a biological warfare against the people. That's what's going on here. All right. Canada. All right. You said this is where your girlfriend, where her niece ended up being a Taurus like you, because Taurus is stubborn. They are the sign of the bull, very stubborn. Yes, they are. They're grounded but stubborn. And I hate to say it, but the Taurus that I knew was a big liar, lied about everything. Yes, we're sorry to hear about Canada, man. I hope y'all get it together. People need to start protesting, because if you're not aware, Paris, all them countries over there in Europe, they're not playing around. The people are going to war, okay, about what they believe in. They're going at it, okay? And we could pull up some stuff right now where you can see how these people are not playing out there in Paris. I was laughing at these people, but you know, it's really not a laughing matter because it's a very serious situation. But I love the fact that these people got heart. They're out there in the streets about this COVID situation. These people are refusing the injections and all types of stuff. They're saying no to the injections. Just say no, okay? And that's what's going on out here. Let me see. Let me see if we can find a clip on the Paris protests. They are funny, y'all. Because I'm just like, I can visually see the clips in my head about about these people, like how they going at it. All right, so this is, oh, they still going at it. It says 8 days ago. Oh, wow. Yeah, they not playing. Let me share my screen so y'all can see this. You said you drive her nuts and she's a Gemini. Oh, God. She's stubborn, but not as much as me. But I don't lie. She'd kill me. She hates liars. Ooh. That's an interesting combination. Them Geminis, never mind. I'll keep my comments to myself. Because I have Gemini in my chart more than I thought I did. So when I saw that, I was quite confused and surprised. But anyway, y'all, as you can see, the French are not playing around, okay? They clash with anti-COVID protesters, okay? This was 4 months ago, you all. So let's take a look into this action.
Learn digital marketing online.
Okay, we did not ask for any ads, okay? We're trying to have a discourse with the people. Let's skip this. All right, here we go.
Mandatory in France since mid-July, with visitors to leisure and cultural venues like museums having to prove that they've either been vaccinated, tested negative in the previous 48 hours, or recovered from the disease during the previous 6 months. But what's brought tens of thousands of demonstrators out onto the streets for a third successive weekend is the proposal to extend the passport to cover bars and restaurants and make it compulsory for healthcare workers to be vaccinated.
I'm a nurse and I've resigned because I think we mustn't be blackmailed. I also think that we shouldn't be told what to do.
It's an obstacle to freedom if now we need a virus pass to fetch groceries, go to the cinema, or enjoy life after a grueling job. The virus pass is a real danger for everybody. It's really an antisocial thing.
We are creating a segregated society, and I think it's unbelievable to be doing this in the country of human rights. I've never protested before in my life, but I think our freedom is in danger.
France is in the grip of its fourth wave of COVID infections. More than 24,000 new cases a day is more than double the number of just 1 week ago. But the dilemma between individual liberty and collective solidarity is particularly challenging here.
In France in particular, people read as a violation of égalité, the important pillar of we
I'm
are
going
all
to
equal.
stop it right
No one is
there.
a second-class citizen just because.
All right, stop it right there, okay? As you can see, this is clearly why they want to take the bullets, okay, out of circulation, because you're out there protesting on the street. Now, what sense does it make to go out there unprotected, no body armor, no bulletproof vests? You don't have any weaponry on you. You don't have a gas mask in case these people start shooting tear gas at you. You're not prepared. They're coming out there like they're ready to go to combat and battle with the citizens. So you have to do the same. You have to be just as prepared, y'all, and organized, because they're organized. And it's basically going to come to a civil war. You all remember they've already predicted World War III is supposed to take place in 2026. You can Google it right now. It'll pop right up. And it is sickening that it's coming to this because they want to implement the NWO, the New World Order. They want a one world government, a one world society. They want us as robots. They want us acting like we're machines. They want to take the living life souls out of us. Literally, they want to suck the souls out of us. They want the essence of you. Okay? And this is sickening. These people are heartless. They don't have hearts. And I don't even think they're really people. I think there's some type of entities, beings that are walking amongst the earth that pose as people, probably shapeshifters, y'all. You said, but I don't lie. She killed me. She hates liars. And you get along well. I always end up bonding with one. But yes, her Gemini ways be annoying at times. You were mad yesterday. I'm sorry you were upset. But Geminis have a lot of duality. Mm-hmm. And I do have Gemini placements in my chart, so I understand that aspect as well. But I don't think that I would really do well with a Gemini. Okay. And I'll tell any Gemini that. I've told Geminis that up front, like, oh, we're not compatible. We're not going to do well together. I can't do it. They're only compatible with certain signs. I think they are also compatible with Virgo. So, shout out to them if they can make it work. I ain't dealing with that nonsense, y'all. Most signs got their stuff with it. I don't think, and this is so off topic and off subject, but I don't think I could deal with my own sign. Like if I had to deal with a sign that was just like me, I wouldn't be able to deal with me. I don't want somebody that's just like me because I'm a lot to deal with. I already know this. I'm very meticulous. I am very picky. I'm very finicky. I have my whole way of liking things and the way I do stuff. I'm very just the way that I am. And I'm a lot to deal with, but I'm worth it, y'all. I'm worth it. So I just have to say that. Yes. But you said you're bipolar. So give me the definition of bipolar, because a lot of people get that topic of, or that title of being bipolar. But sometimes I'm wondering if people are really bipolar, because people have multiple different sides of their personalities. So I don't know. I will never date a Taurus again, ever. But I thought you said you were a Taurus. So explain this to me. This is interesting. This is, I want to know about that. You said that like you, look, let me flash this back up here again. Ever again. He said ever again. Like literally you meant that. Oh my gosh. What did a Taurus do to you, y'all? You don't want to date your sign? I can understand it. Why? They don't tell the truth? Did they lie? Were they a liar? You can tell the truth. I want to hear it. What happened with the Taurus? Y'all, my hair has, look at how my hair has drawn up so much. But when I actually flat iron it and blow dry it, it comes all the way down my back. This is crazy. But I was lying on it. So this is probably why it's all matted up. You don't want to date your sign? I don't think, well, you know what? I do know. Oh, goodness, y'all. That's why I keep turning my camera off, because my hair. But y'all, I do know two people that are the same sign that's married. They're Scorpios. And them Scorpios will sting you, okay? And I also have Scorpio in my chart. But those Scorpios are unpredictable and they will sting you. They're very unpredictable. They sting you out of nowhere. They backstab you, cut you underhanded like a knife. That's just how Scorpios get down. Oh, you'll message me. That's fine. You said that was the worst. Oh my goodness. The Taurus was the worst. I'll let you know because oh God. Oh goodness, man. You got some interesting stories, 8 with the 24. Oh my gosh. The Taurus that I knew was a compulsive liar, lied about simple stuff. Did you put this in the mail? Did you mail that off? Yeah, I mailed it 2 weeks later. Why is it still in the car door where I left it that I told you to mail this and send it off? Just lie about stupid stuff for no reason. Yep, Scorpio hurt you and they cheat. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Look, I knew this Virgo dude, right? And I guess he used to deal with the Scorpio. I think the Scorpio was his child's mother. And he was like, he would never talk to a Scorpio ever again. That's what he told me. He said he would not, but I think they ended up being back together. But he said he would never do it again. What are you laughing at, 8? You said, wow. Yeah, Scorpio's got some stuff with them, but see, I have a Scorpio moon, interestingly, and my Gemini is in Venus. So, or Venus and Gemini, however you say that. So it's very interesting because I know the dynamic of a lot of these signs and stuff like that. Last Scorpio thought I was cheating, so she cheated. Ooh, well, you know what? So if she thought you were cheating, you must have given her reason to believe that you were cheating, huh? Mm-hmm. You must have given her reason. So that's why she did it. But them Scorpios ain't nothing to play with. You gotta be careful with them things. But you know, for some reason, I attract Scorpios to me. I attract water signs to me. I attract Pisces men to me for whatever reason. But them things are something else. I don't know. You said Scorpios are awful. One of my friends is a Scorpio. She's a sweetheart, but she doesn't cheat. I just had to say that. She does not cheat. She's very faithful, very loyal, even to a fault, even when the people are not loyal and faithful to her. I just say that. He said Scorpios are awful. To all the Scorpios out there, this conversation does not represent the opinions of the broadcaster seated here before you. Brown girls are beautiful. Does not endorse this message. You were at work. Oh, of course you were at work. You were working overtime, huh? She's a cheater, so she projected it on me. Oh, people do that all the time. People do that, but you know what? Sometimes they do it because they're insecure, because they've been cheated on before. But sometimes it's because of what they're doing, and they want to make it seem like it's you. So it's just ridiculous, you know. That's why I have time for people and their nonsense, y'all. Excuse me for messing with my hair, y'all, because this stuff is all over the place. I'm trying to bring it down. Yeah, your best friend is a Scorpio, and I just be looking at her. You probably be thinking all the wrong stuff about her. Yeah, them Scorpios are something else. They're very sensual beings, okay? Scorpios have a very sensual side to them. So some Scorpios that Sierra, you know Sierra, the one that married Russell Wilson, she's a Scorpio. John B, y'all, is a Scorpio. And I saw him live and in person. Yeah, he was out in DC back in like 2014, 2015, 2013, somewhere around that time frame. John B is a Scorpio. Okay, I can't really say anything about him. I will say I still had feeling for my ex-wife at the time. Oh, okay. Well, I won't put that on the screen, 8 with a 24. Because you're married now, I think, right? Or you're in a relationship. You a mess. You are a hot mess. 8 with a 24, you need to have a relationship channel. I want to hear about some of these stories. I'm sure you got plenty. John B is lit. And you know, he's an independent artist. He produces, he writes, you know, he does his own vocals. I think he was very underrated. And for whatever reason, I respect him because, you know, I don't think he was with all that other stuff that takes place in the industry. We don't hear about John B a whole lot right now, but he still looks good, you know, for being in the industry for so long. You said that was years ago. Well, I know one thing. Many of us are unforgettable. Very talented. Very, very talented. I'm trying to think who else is a Scorpio that I know of. Oh, Red Pill and Blue Pill are Scorpios. If y'all follow them, I think their birthday's November the 14th or something like that. They are Scorpios. So Scorpio twins, Scorpio magic. They're all with all of that. Very interesting. You like brown sugar? That's good. I love my brown sugar. You know, John B had this song called "I'm Cool with My Coco Brown," and I told everybody, I was like, he was singing, he was talking about me, y'all, because you know, technically, I was supposed to be the one to marry John B. Okay, but I respect that he has a wife, but you know, really, he was looking for me, y'all. He just never found me. You know, he never found me. Him and Sean Paul. That was another person I said was supposed to marry me, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Yes, y'all. So now you know. Shout out to them. But yeah, so you know, all this nonsense that's going on out here, you know, holiday madness. So, like I said, you want to cherish the days that you have here with your loved ones. You want to make sure you don't take these people for granted. There's no point in going out here risking your lives, about to get into car accidents just so you can rush to the store and buy a whole bunch of nonsense. Because when it really comes down to what's important, you really should be investing into weaponry, ammunition. I would say stock up on water, stock up on necessities, you know, get the stuff that you need for survival. And we need to be like growing food, planting gardens, you all. I need help with that my own self because my backyard, y'all, I can't keep plants alive, but I do my best. And when I moved into my house, you all, I was so proud of myself. My mother talked me through planting flowers for the first time in my yard. And we did this by FaceTime. I set the phone down and she watched what I was doing. And she watched as I was digging and digging. And she's like, dig a little deeper. You know, she told me what to do. And guess what, y'all? The next spring, my flowers came back. They came back, y'all. So I was so proud of myself. And then they came back again and they had more and more blooms on them. So that just told me that you do have the ability to do things that you think you can't do. So, but I definitely would love to have my garden. This is exactly why I wanted to buy property with land. Let's see. Your mom said John B. the finest. I didn't even think, look, I did not think John B. was Caucasian, to be honest. I thought he was mixed with something. I didn't know, but apparently he's Caucasian, you all. And it's interesting because I watched what was it, Unsung? It was some type of thing they had about him. And he said that in high school, I guess he used to get some problems from the other guys because of the fact that he dated melanated females. They didn't like the fact that he had melanated female girlfriends, but he's actually married to a melanated female. I guess it's just what he likes. So shout out to him. I'll have my marijuana garden. Okay. Have whatever garden you wish to have. You know what I'm saying? But you all, this has been an episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I didn't want to keep this live on too long. I wanted to actually come on here days ago, but I've been working on the brand behind the scenes. I've been, you know, sending things out, getting orders done. So we've been working on that. You all, Brown Girls Are Beautiful is still growing. And yes, I just said I was going to come on here and talk about a few little topics. Hopefully I can come back on here a little bit more regularly. I know I probably look tired, but that's neither here nor there. We got the message out loud and clear, you know, holler if you hear me. Yes, he loves chocolate like I do. Oh, she thought he was mixed too, and she just wouldn't believe it. Nope, he's mixed. Yeah, so anyway, y'all, I want to give a special shout out to all my beauty queens out there, okay? Special shout out to all the melanated queens. Special shout out to all the true warriors and the melanated kings out there. And shout out to all the princesses and the princes out there. Continue to walk in your divinity. And until next time, you all stay blessed and stay beautiful. And we're going to close it out just like that. Let the church say amen. Y'all. All right, y'all. We're closing out. Signing out. Gute Nacht. Okay, that's how you say Auf Deutsch in German. Good night.
Get into it. Okay, get into it. Enjoy nature, y'all. It's nothing like it.
It's nothing like water. It's nothing like beautiful waterfalls.